What if Christian won the WWE Championship in 2005? And welcome back to our channel. And again, this is Mikeratto, and welcome back to my What If series, which today we're going to have an alternate timeline for Captain Charisma Christian, which we're going to discuss an alternate timeline which he won the WWE title in 2005. I know that, if you're thinking that John Cena's reign will be short, it is going to be shorter. And if you're asking, will he gain the same success? Yeah, because having him as the one who will chase for the gold, I think it will make a good sense in the storyline. And that makes a good sense out of it during this time. And I'm not sure if Trish Stratus is still by Christian's side by this time, and I'm not sure if she's actually a babyface or still a heel by this time. But in this What If series, I'm gonna make one thing that is actually that didn't would happen in real life, which by the way we're gonna change something for the story. So yeah, during the Christian versus Chris Jericho versus John Cena storyline, Christian was actually drafted to SmackDown after that. But in this timeline, he is going to still, he's going to be remaining on Monday Night Raw. For Cena, they're gonna continue their feud, which by this time, Christian is getting over, and they don't have any choice but to put the title on him. Though, he's a heel, he's getting cheered, but it can only lead to his face turn in the future, which, it can actually help him. He gathers heat, he gathers also cheers. So there's that. So we're going to have different title matches and two actual triple threat. One that actually happened in real life, and one will happen in this alternate timeline. So why do I put another triple threat match? Because Chris Jericho is still on the storyline, and there's no point of removing him yet. So unlike the first triple threat which Cena retains, just like in real life, the second triple threat, Christian as a heel, he will take advantage. And in the storyline, as I mentioned, Trish Stratus will be somehow involved in the storyline. Why? Because they're actually partners before, and it actually make good sense that she will go back to him, and they will be a power couple, some sort of way that the two will be a huge power couple in 2005. That could happen, or that wouldn't happen. But I think that in order to have a huge still heat for Christian, Trish Stratus will distract John Cena, which will lead to Tyson Tomko destroying or somehow destructing also Cena outside the ring. After Cena actually delivered his finisher to Chris Jericho, and then Christian will pin Chris Jericho for the win. And in that match, Chris Jericho's career is on the line, because he wants to risk it all for that said title match. That means that after this match, Chris Jericho will be leaving WWE much earlier than what happened in real life. And Chris Jericho lose, he goes outside of the WWE, do his stuff with the band and etc. And Christian is now the champion. Cena is now the challenger, and he will face the new champion Christian, and he will chase for the title. And Chris Stratus joining Christian again, and by this time, I think in this timeline also, I want to make her the women's champion, or if in real life she's the women's champion, it makes sense. So in this storyline, we have a power couple, Christian and Chris Stratus. One is trying to get heat from the other, or something like that. They're trying to get heat, but Christian is getting cheered nonetheless. So by this time, there's also a guy who's getting a lot of boosts, and that is his former tag team partner, Edge. Well, for Edge, he got massive heat, but he is still not on the World Championship picture. He will be on the future. So while Christian is now the World Champion, and well, he's going to be chased by John Cena. Well, for the time, Cena will try to invoke his rematch, something like that, but Christian will just use some heelish tactics like, I want you to do it on a pay-per-view, I want to do it on something like a huge city, a huge pay-per-view, which I can defend my newly won WWE Championship. And yeah, when Christian says that, well, regardless of the fans' reactions. And by this time, well, the fans are actually 50-50 to Cena, which, well, I'm not sure if we are making him the challenger, it will make all the fans support him because, well, he is still on the championship picture and we are aware of the fans' reactions. And yeah, Christian will defend his title on a pay-per-view against Cena, which, well, Cena will fail to win the title yet again due to dirty tactics, which, well, he has his bodyguard Tomko and his girlfriend on screen, Trish Stratus, distracting Cena, and Christian taking advantage for the win. Yeah, we can make him a slimy heel, but yeah, the people are still supporting him nonetheless because he is getting massive cheers left and right. And yeah, the theme song, Just Close Your Eyes, in 2005, it was so great. I love that version of that song, especially those vocals. And yeah, Kurt Angle will somehow be involved in the storyline, but as I said, Christian will use some tactics, he will use some dirty tactics to remain champion. And when Kurt Angle was involved, it will be actually a triple threat match because, well, you can have it as a triple threat match or as a one-on-one between Cena and Christian yet, and then have Kurt Angle's face turn slowly build in 2005, so when he was drafted to SmackDown, well, he's a total face anyway. Well, for Christian versus Cena, Cena will have his final match for the WWE Championship, final rematch, which, well, he will lose clean. Well, Christian wins clean, and the people will react to that win. And then when Cena got his number one contender spot and he's demanding Christian for a title match yet again, but yeah, he also acknowledged that Christian won the title match cleanly without any distraction because in that match, Tomko and Stratus were banned ringside. And then Kurt Angle will challenge Cena for the number one spot for the number one contendership, which the two will wrestle for the number one contendership here now. And then, well, you can have either Christian distract them both in the match or cause a double disqualification, which the two will wrestle Christian on a pay-per-view, which, while Christian will still remain as champion. And then on an episode of Raw, we will have a Christian versus Kurt Angle match. In this time, while we are going to slowly build Kurt Angle as a babyface, Kurt Angle will try to, well, remove all of those distraction on the outside of the ring, while Cena will actually remove Tyson Tomko. They will actually try to remove Trish Stratus, her distractions, which, well, Christian will roll up Kurt Angle for the win, and he will run to the entrance ramp, which he will still be remain as champion. And then we will have a series of matches between these three, and then, well, Cena, well, he will still be on the WWE Championship picture, but he won't get any rematch until the Elimination Chamber on 2006, which, well, we all know what happened in real life. And instead of Carlito being in the match, Christian will replace him, well, because he's the champion. and well, he is going to defend his title on the Elimination Chamber match, which just like in real life, Cena will win the match instead of retaining. Well, he is going to win his second WWE Championship, or or you can have Christian retain his title, but you will hear the You Think You Know Me song, the Metalingus. You will see Edge cashes in, and then you will see him win the WWE Championship and gather the ultimate boost. And by this time, well, the audience are now fully invested on Christian. Somehow, well, because even though they're trying to make him heel, but because of this heel tactics, he is getting cheered nonetheless. And because of this cash in by Edge, well, now Christian is now a full face. And yeah, Lita take over while she actually removes Trish Stratus from the equation. Edge uses the Money in the Bank briefcase to hit Tomko with it, and then he pins Christian. That's your option A, or what happened in real life, Edge pinning Cena. But I like Edge winning the WWE Championship over Christian more. And then, well, we will have a rematch on the Royal Rumble, which, well, a triple threat match between Edge, Cena, and Christian, which Cena will win, and then, well, Christian will go for the Money in the Bank ladder match in WrestleMania 22, and as for Edge, well, he's going to fight Mick Foley at WrestleMania. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all like it. Like, comment below, share, subscribe, and again, this is Mikeratto, and peace. Subscribe.